Yo, welcome to the Holy and Hood podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Malik, the pastor. I got with me.
I'm Cole, the rapper friend.
And I'm Tariq, the accountant.
Listen, if you know us, you know we just here to talk about being black, trying to figure out being a Christian, and at least getting into heaven by the skin of our teeth, or more if you're like an overachiever. And the navigation of being on the spectrum from hood to holy and holy to hood. Join us for this week's episode as we talk about growing up in church.
You already know the real nigga coming out of so flow, and the flow wavy got a bolo. Oh no, looking like you running.
So listen, if you don't know, all three of us grew up at the same church. We've been friends for
our whole life, for real.
I mean, y'all been friends your whole life.
Okay, so that's the funny thing, right? Like, me and Malik were friends for a while, and then Leighton and I were like friends, and then I went off to college, and then Malik and Leighton became friends.
Wait,
and then
when did you go to college? Was
2012?
it? Oh damn, yeah.
So then, so like I was like friends with each of y'all, but y'all weren't really friends.
It wasn't until he got left out of his other school he came to mine.
Oh yeah.
Why are you speaking the code? I got expelled from one high school. Like,
he got left.
This is public record.
He said, I think it's funny you said left, like the school got up and moved.
Let's take this school
they
and
kicked him
push it
out.
over.
They kicked him out.
All right, Patrick.
What'd you get expelled for, Malik?
Okay, now listen. So at that point, I had a 0.7 GPA. And I also got written up for bullying one of my bus drivers, a lunch lady, and a teacher.
Wait. Are you joking with the 0.7?
No, he did not care, bro. He
Like
wasn't even at
0.7.
school.
Yes, I can't tell you how many times, bro. Me and Malik caught the same bus to school. I used to call him and be like, bro, get up, it's time for school. And Malik would be like, I'm not going today.
Bro, mind you, me and this dude have two different Malik experiences when it comes to school.
Yes.
Two different.
Yes, yeah.
He was bullying teachers at one school. He come to my school. He trying to get me to go to prayer meetings by the vending
Let's
machine
go.
and in the bathroom.
Bro, complete 180.
I
Complete
said, yo,
180.
I'm not praying in no bathroom.
I know it's holy to hood, but you went hood to holy for real, my
For real,
No,
bro,
for real, my
I remember we were in the lunch line. And you knew I was going there when I said that. Bro, we're in the lunch line, and I have my headphones in. I'm chilling. I'm jamming. We're in the lunch line waiting for my cheeseburger that's wrapped in foil, bro. I'm chilling. And then I look up, and I just see Malik grab this guy by the throat and the dude like reached up to like swing on Malik, and I like jumped in and like pushed him, and I was like, bro, like what's up, like and Malik and it like dude immediately walked away immediately, and I was just like, bro, like what's up, we finna bump or not? And then Malik was and then everybody was like looking. Bro, that's the Malik experience I have, bro.
Wait.
The praying by the vending machines is not the Malik that I know.
Wait, Malik, what happened in that altercation, bro? Just out of curiosity.
So listen, we was in the same gym class. And like,
gym?
well,
Sorry,
you had
sorry,
to be
sorry.
in class.
Sorry.
We was in the same gym class, PE class, whatever. And he was always talking mad junk. One of my issues is I don't start much, but I'm going to finish it. And
Big
so,
purr.
So he's just talking mess. And like, because I've always been perceptive, my brain goes, what would set him off? And so he's like, you notice it. And like, he's talking trash because like, I suck at sports. Look at me, I'm built funny. So I sucked at sports. He always talking trash. And he's going back and forth on that. I'm like, bro, I'm really glad you're good at sports because at least someone will love you because your dad didn't. And so
Yo.
I have a problem. Y'all pray for me. I'm not quite holy yet. And so
We trying.
And so like, that's why we left gym class after that. I'm in the lunch line. He comes up rapping it. And then he's like, you know, like when people like poke you in the head. And he's poking me in the head.
Yeah, that's the
Bro,
quickest way
I
to
don't remember any of this.
Because you weren't there.
You only came in after the choke slam, bro.
You only came in when I was about to get my head knocked off my body.
Yeah, bro, because
if I can't run, I definitely can't fight.
He was finna knock your head off your shoulders.
Glasses fling off.
Wouldn't have been the last time.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway, we supposed to be talking about growing up in the church. So mind you, as all of this is going on, I'm getting kicked out of schools. Tariq and Leighton are at school. We are all going to the same church.
Yeah.
And we are going every Sunday.
And Wednesday.
And some lock-ins on Friday nights.
Yeah.
Choir rehearsal. We're going at the same time.
While
So-
being niggas in the streets.
There we go. Right? So
Oh, nigga will be said on this podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
we already
if you
took
are
care of
offended,
Oh, well.
the word hood is in the title. You know what you're walking into.
Nigga. Just get it all out right now. Nigga.
Right?
Facts.
And so with number one, thank you to our producer Matt for this. And so, but we're going on. We're talking about all this stuff, but like because of who we are, trying to be more holy than who we grew up in church.
Yeah.
And so, like, what if y'all have any memories from our period that have in any way shaped or informed who you are today? I think we could go on all day, but we don't got that much time. People got lives to live.
Right.
But like, what about that has made us who we are today? Has shaped us? Has informed us? Or was just damn funny?
Ooh, child. Let me see. I mean, there's many instances that we could really just pull from. We've had multiple opportunities to serve or to help out or just to witness random shenanigans that go on. Me personally, I really enjoyed the production side of it, like the choir, the band. I was often either in the media team helping out with the sound or camera, or I was often behind the band pretending like I knew how to play guitar. So, I mean, it's, growing up in the church it had its perks, man. It had its
And
perks.
we were really talking about that off camera too.
Yeah.
Like our church gave us like the opportunity to really be creative. Like they had plays. The music team,
Fashion
music was
shows.
fire. We had fashion shows. We had spoken word poetry. I mean, like
We'd go to camp every summer, and we had like basketball tournaments. It was really
Yeah,
a dope experience, honestly.
Yeah. And really like you got to meet like other people from other churches. Like we would go
All
to a
over.
camp, and like people would come from like all over the United States and like come to the camp and like really like talk and fellowship. So it was a good experience. Like I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I think that's what's important, right? Like, as I was talking about the podcast, and like we were talking this morning, getting ready for it, I was struck by. I got married about a year and a half ago, and every time, right? Well, every time, like my wife was like, "Where did you meet such and such person?" Church.
Yeah.
Church.
Yeah.
Like, where'd you meet Tariq? Church. Leighton. Church. Everybody, and like it's always been like these relationships, or should be like, okay, this friend, where'd they meet their spouse? Church. But it's not only we went to church. We all grew up in Christian or pseudo-Christian households, right? So,
I'm sorry, you can't be using them words.
kind of.
Pseudo, sort of, kind of.
Adding that to the
Yeah, Christian, pseudo-Christian household. So like when we served my grandma, Tariq and I served my grandma's house over the summer.
Oh, my
She wake us up at 5 a.m. to pray,
thank God.
right? But even so, when I sleep over your house on Saturday mornings, your daddy would wake us up to have a devotion.
Devotion.
And he would
Hallelujah.
sing songs from a hymnal.
That we never know the words to.
You gotta pick a hymn. I know. That's another thing, though. Our church, boy, big on hymns. Big on hymns. If you don't know anything, you're gonna leave with that.
With a
church-
hymn on your
you gonna-
spirit.
Yes, you're
That's true.
gonna know a hymn when you leave.
And I think it's we have friends who like didn't grow up. I think our church set us up for a lot of success. Like we all clearly don't go there now, but we had our own water for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Our
we
church
was just
was
doing stuff, bro.
Like
Our church is the shack of churches, bro. I swear.
Dominated the paint, bro. Dominated the paint.
Bro, no, Craig. Like, we really just did that, bro.
I mean, we sat on we owned an entire like city corner in our first 4 years. Like the church blew up.
That's all crazy.
It really went crazy, and and being there, like you had like a lot of good experience. I mean, we all talk about like our youth pastor, like
That's my
I
dog.
think he's probably top 5 most influential people in my entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, like he just graduated with his doctorate. Like
Shout out Drain.
right. What'd y'all call him when we dropped him off at
Spencer.
Yeah,
Spencer.
shout out
Spencer.
Spencer.
Shout out
that's
Spencer,
not his
100%.
real name, but
He
we're
knows
gonna
who
call
he-
him Spencer.
You know who he is, bro.
Yeah, but he's like one of the most influential people in, and I think in all of our lives. And like,
He gonna cry when he see this.
it's really crazy. Like growing up in church, really like I think it gave us like an experience that you don't really get everywhere else.
Bro, Malik and I got to go to Guyana because of this church.
oh yeah, we
Yeah,
went. Well, we
yeah.
graduated high school, went on a mission trip to Guyana,
Fresh out of high school.
fresh out of high school.
We was there for like 18 years.
Wasn't quite that long, but we saw all sorts of stuff. But also, like I don't want to paint everything as like roses. And what challenges do you face currently in life now because of the way we grew up? I know one.
I'm very. Let me not.
Say it. Say it.
I want to say I'm hard headed now. I guess more so because I had to be out there to get certain things. Like for example, they were very big on image. That's not really a thing I care about.
We
cool.
can tell.
That's cool. But you're right. So, but yeah. So like for example, y'all see my hair. It's kind of been a thing with the church where they don't like men to have longer hair. They're really clean cut, bald if you can be.
Yeah,
no beard. You feel me? And I wasn't having that. I like standing out. I don't like being around people who all look the same. So that was a thing for me. Like I'd try to be on the choir. I was trying to sing, being a nice little Christian lad, but I couldn't because I was looking like a sinner, and I wasn't. You feel me? But when I looked the part, I was dirty.
Why do you say it like that?
Because
like, it's the OnlyFans.
So I mean, I don't know if we could drop links here, but
Down in the description box. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to my dog.
You got a link in bio?
yeah, check it out. Follow me, cold-hearted.
Okay.
I'm playing.
Anyway, and we're back. But yeah, I think one of the things, I mean, not to be too deep, but like I still like struggle with, I mean, some things theologically, like very big on like the experience, very big on like knocking over rows and rolling on the floor. But like, I mean, even at the camp that we went to, like we had some great sermons, some great sessions like in class, and like people would leave like speaking in tongues, rolling on the floor, like everybody. And we used to say it all the time, like everybody at camp is a super Christian, right? Like it's easy to be a super Christian at camp, but like I think a lot of that stuff didn't really have lasting change. I think for me, it wasn't until I actually started like reading the Bible for myself and like doing extensive research. I'm talking about like sitting in my room by myself. Also, I didn't really have a choice, and I think that was God. But sitting in my room in Ohio and just, I didn't really have anything else to do. It was just me. I was on an air mattress. Thank God for growth. We don't have no air mattress no more. But yeah, it was when I really started to like read the Bible for myself and understand what God was trying to say to me that I actually felt lasting change. A lot of that stuff were like, and I'm grateful for like the things that the church gave me, but it wasn't really like grounded in anything. When I started to read and I started to understand and like really like let the word like prick my heart, like that's when I saw lasting change. Like that's when I felt myself, that's when I was the closest to God. You know what I mean? Like it was, as much as like we can speak in tongues and roll on the ground and all of that's fine and dandy depending on your denomination. That didn't really like change me. But when I sat down, it was like that was one of the things that I think like I struggle with.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh wow! Shut up, nigga! Shut
Lift up your hands, everybody. Give God glory.
Y'all are weird.
Make love to Jesus.
Make love to Jesus. Oh, stop.
Talking about the way we grew up. We also grew up around a bunch of Jamaicans. And they don't speak English
Very
properly.
Jamaican. Very Jamaican.
Not a lick of English.
I will remember, bro. I remember where we were when that happened. I was there.
I was sitting next to my mother getting pinched for laughing.
Oh man.
Make love to Jesus.
Yo, hold up. Wait.
Hallelujah.
I heard a joke, but I was like, okay, cool. And then like literally the fact that you were like, yo, I remember where I was at when that happened. Like,
Oh yeah. No, listen.
some
A lot
dude
of the
come
things
on-
you will randomly hear us say really happened. I promise you.
Really happened.
I promise you.
Yes.
So a preacher came up and was just like,
It's one of our elders.
Yeah,
Like,
we were.
during
No,
an
we were.
intense
Somebody
moment
you
of
see
worship.
Ready?
Yeah, we
Ready?
were praying. We were.
Yes.
It
was a Friday night service.
Yes, it was. It was a prayer and
And it was just him talking, people praying in the background.
Yes.
And it's just hallelujah. Make love to Jesus. Hallelujah. I said, but what is?
You want to talk about knocked out your prayer life?
I said, sir,
Jesus,
I'm too young. I was like, make love.
bro. That wild, bro.
I need
wild.
the cootie shot.
Only at
Wow.
a Jamaican church, no cap, no, bro.
Nah, bro,
Man,
that's
that's
for real,
facts,
bro.
bro. That's
Bro.
facts.
So we have your challenges. You have your challenges. One of mine is I know nothing outside of church today. People be like, "Do you know that song?" No, we weren't allowed to listen to music. You saw that movie growing up. We weren't allowed to go to the movies. Like, so I talked to my wife, and she was like, "What was like your favorite? Like, she was like, did you like listen to like Beyonce growing up?" I was like, "No, I listened to Kurt Carr."
Kurt Carr.
JP, are you with me?
The Prince of Praise, Byron Cage.
Right?
That's a wild.
That was he brought that one out.
Listen, bro.
Yeah,
and, So,
yeah.
and so, like, it's just like as I grow and try to relate more, like even in my teens, which is I think what made it weirder.
That's when it was hard for me.
But I think what made it weirder was like I would cuss you out with Kirk Franklin on in my headphones. Like I don't know what it was. Maybe just the disassociation of like.
Bro, nah, Stomp is a fighting song. I don't care what nobody say, that's Stomp.
That's a devil diss track. DDT.
Like, bro, when you ready to stomp somebody out, bro, you just throw on that Kirk, that old school Kirk. It's all good.
So like, and it was cool up until I remember I was in school. I used to blast my music real heavy, and like I'm roasting somebody, like they are getting flamed, and the girl goes, like my headphones are still playing, and the girl is like, "Malik, is that a worship song in your headphones?" I was like, "What?"
And I can let you have it and love Jesus.
And I remember it was at that moment I was like, I gotta change. And this is why these two people know two very different versions of me. Because like
Cussing somebody out to praise is what I do. Now I'm about to talk about your shoes now, boy.
Nah, that was actually real difficult for me in high school because everybody liked talking to me, but I didn't know what to talk to people about because I'm just like, I went to church. I can't watch TV.
I don't have a phone.
You feel me? You feel me?
Hey, you want to go to the movies? I actually can't.
Nah, I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, let me go ask my mom.
And never come back to that.
Never come back. Bro, I hated telling people no, bro, because I'm like, I always got to tell people no. I'm like, it gets annoying at this point. Niggas started, bro, they be like, never mind. I'm like, at least give me the chance.
At least let me tell you no.
You get turned down before you even ask a question.
That's why I don't even care if I get turned down now. I'm used to it.
Okay. Gotta be weird.
Yeah, we're not about to have a therapy session about that. That's kind of weird.
Therapy?
So,
That'd be funny no
in
more.
light of growing up in church and growing up to all the things we went through, the good, the bad, and the ugly, how does that inform your faith journey for the good or the bad today? Right? Like, does that, if you find yourself on the holy spectrum, like a little bit, like you're like, I don't really like God because, or like church or organized religion because of the way we grew up, or if you're like me and you're like, it is basically all I know and it's all I love. Like, how does that inform your faith walk today as an adult?
I'll let you go.
You're a cheater. I'll say I have a foundation from the church already that I used to go to. But growing up, obviously, you may slip and slide this way and that way. But, I feel like growing up in the church, since I have that foundation, I have somewhere I know I can stand firm in. For one, even though I may falter this way or that way, I know when I head straight on, I know where I need to be, where I need to go. So with that in mind, that gives me like a safe place, I guess, to be, or a safe place to fall on where I know I'm going to be good overall. So it's like I really don't stress about certain things. I'm also very secure in myself. But yeah, things like that.
Makes sense.
I'll let you go.
No, you, brother. Him last.
You go.
He's such a cheater,
Bro.
bro.
Last.
He wants the significance.
No, not even. I just feel like I'm finna be talking a while.
Oh,
He wants to make us cry again.
Chill out.
hallelujah.
I think like even for me, number one, it's giving me like a perspective on what actually matters, right? Like because I think we grew up in the environment we grew up in. I saw people come together who had nothing linking them but their religious affiliation.
Right.
And that was enough. When my family was struggling, we was able to call the church, and the church was able to help us out. We couldn't afford a bill, or like we needed a ride somewhere. not only that, it has given me at least for me, relationships and friendships that have lasted my entire life.
Yeah.
So like Tariq and I have been friends longer than I can remember. We've been friends well over a decade now. Our former youth pastor is now one of our closest friends.
Yeah.
And it's like the environment that we grew up in still informs me today. And which is weird. One thing that's weird is as I get older, a lot of stuff that used to annoy me, I find myself being more willing to be okay with now. Like my grandma waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning annoyed the absolute hell out of me. And now I'm like, thank God I can pray.
Nah, I feel that.
And it's just like, because now like all the stuff is being useful in my life as a husband, just seeing like, and remember hearing sermons and talks and our young men's group and all the stuff about being a
Why
faithful,
mop?
right?
Oh my God!
Why
bro.
mop?
What was the other one?
Young men of purpose.
What was the Why Love?
Why love?
Young ladies of virtue.
Right? And so we won't even talk about the weird discrepancies between purpose and virtue. But and then so it just informed a lot. And it's given me just a lot of just like healthy things that I now cling to in life. And above all, it gave me a relationship with Jesus. And I met Jesus when I was young, and I would have been in the streets selling dope and on it.
Thugging with my rounds.
Right? Like if I didn't have the foundation I had. Like I was already like shot out. I can't imagine what type of stuff or who I would have been doing if it wasn't like for a foundation in Jesus. So like good, bad, and ugly.
Fact.
Growing up in church for me,
10 out of 10.
solid. You finna get? I was gonna say 7.
10 out of 10. I had a grand time.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
I had a
Do
blast.
you even go to church now?
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I think just being in church, it helped me out. Like, I remember there was this one when I had left to go to college. So, a little backstory about me. Like, I left Fort Lauderdale, Florida, went up to cornfields in Ohio to play football and get a degree. And one of the things that like church did for me, well, at that time, I wanted nothing to do with church. I was done with church. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't, like, I was up there. Yeah. That was college, bro.
What does yeah mean?
Starting and bopping.
Just college. College was a different time for me, at least my freshman year. I had a 2.1 GPA,
Oh, my
and I
friend.
had a 2. that was my freshman my fall semester of my freshman year, and then I had a 2.3 GPA my spring semester. And my coach pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, bro, like, you're not going to the NFL. You should do your work." but that aside, but no, like I went there. I didn't want anything to do with church, and somewhere at the same camp that like we were at, bro, I was like fighting with like this whole religious thing, like where I should be and where I should go. And honestly, like church has informed me because I know like it's kind of like you, like I don't know anything else, and I don't really care to know anything else, right? It's been like my rock. It's been a foundation. Like anytime I go, like you said, if I go to the left or I go to the right, or if I falter at any way, I know that there's always a place that I can come back to, and that's to the feet of Jesus, right? And yeah, so it just always gave me like a foundation. I don't necessarily need to go anywhere. I don't really need fame. I don't need fortune. If I could get a nice 5-bedroom house and have 5 kids, I'd be straight. But okay, maybe not.
You
5.
don't need fortune with 5 kids?
Maybe not 5. But yeah, like if I could just like, you get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like that's where my heart is set. Like where whatever Jesus says about me at the end of the day, like to me, that's what means the most.
Thank y'all, boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we good?
Hell yeah.
Hey, listen, thank y'all for joining us for the first episode of the Holy and Hood podcast. We just thought through growing up in a religious environment, growing up in church. But listen, stay tuned. Episode 2 is headed your way. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube, on Spotify, wherever if you got an Apple phone. I'm sorry, I don't like that. But like us
here.
on, what is that, the Apple Podcast?
Yeah, Apple Podcast.
That's it called.
Like us on Apple Podcasts. Comment, tell us how much you hate us. That's fine. I'll reply anyway.
I love hate.
But either way, catch y'all when we catch y'all. Deuces.
Peace.